This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com, and this is not a professional wrestling related update. Hello to Jimmy and Trevs watching this. This is related to UFOs, which I cover on this channel. I have one video, my interview with Travis Walton, an alleged abductee that has well over 500,000 views. Of course, he was a star of the Fire in the Sky Hollywood film. That's who the film was about. But this update is about the Pentagon announcing the forming of a new task force that is going to be specifically to investigate unexplained aerial vehicles in U.S. airspace that have been observed by U.S. military aircraft, according to defense officials. The Deputy Secretary of Defense will help oversee this task force. Previous efforts that were looking into what the Pentagon calls unidentified aerial phenomenon were led in the past by the U.S. navies, as there have been many documented encounters involving their aircraft. Members of Congress and the Pentagon officials have expressed concern about these unidentified aircraft appearing over U.S. military bases and nuclear silos, posing a risk to military jets. There's no consensus yet on their origins, with some people believing they could be drones operated by our adversaries or some intelligence from somewhere else. There's no solid data that has been released containing information on where these are coming from, what they are, and what their purpose of being here is to date that's been released to the public. We do know that this is being investigated not only by the government, but by To the Stars Academy, for instance, which is privately funded, that's investigated some of this, and Bigelow Aerospace has investigated some of this phenomenon, and they just haven't released all the information because there is good reason for some of it to be classified. But the Senate Intelligence Committee voted in June to have the Pentagon and intelligence community provide a public analysis of the encounters following the official Pentagon release of 3 short videos of unidentified aerial phenomenon in our airspace that were not the full videos, by the way, and people involved with releasing those videos have even said that those are just clips of those 3 videos that have been released to the public by the Pentagon, and those are objects that were flying rapidly, moving while being recorded by infrared cameras. 2 of the videos also contain military members reacting in awe to how quickly the objects are moving. And one of those voices also speculates that it could be a drone. The reports often describe the phenomenon as unmanned aerial systems. The Navy videos were first released in 2017, December 2017 and March 2018 by To the Stars Academy, which is a company founded by Blink-182's Tom DeLonge, who also is very interested in this subject and has been devoting a lot of his time to investigating this. I really hope to get an interview with him one of these days. The Pentagon had previously studied recordings of aerial encounters with unknown objects as part of a classified program that was launched by former Senator Harry Reid of Nevada. It was launched in 2007 and ended in 2012 because the Pentagon deemed there was higher priority matters to put that funding towards. The former head of that program that the Pentagon funded, Luis Elizondo, who now works for To the Stars Academy, was quoted as saying there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone. And I have heard Tom DeLonge say in an interview that he did not necessarily feel vindicated when he became privy to more classified information. He actually felt a little unnerved and disturbed when he found out more information about what's really going on, because it is a little bit unsettling. Trump recently made some comments regarding Roswell classified documents that he saw and found interesting. Now, what would he find interesting about Roswell classified documents that he would have seen from the 1940s if it wasn't something really interesting? But he said he wasn't sure if he's ever going to release that information public. And of course, I did a report on this, that Elon Musk, the man that is a multi-billionaire that works in aerospace and is developing a plan to colonize Mars by the year 2050. He actually said recently that he believes aliens were involved in the building of the pyramids, and that got a lot of negative feedback, even though this is a guy that's privy to classified information due to the nature of the work that he's involved with. I'll get into a couple of your questions. Richard Min says Tom DeLonge knows his stuff. My head looks like it got into a fight with an alien. That's funny. That's wrestling related, as of course everyone knows I'm a wrestler. Hurricane Maverick talks about the show on a History Channel about a guy that ran the program. Yeah, I believe that is a show related to Luis Elizondo that's presented by To the Stars Academy. I wish I had that channel, but I don't have that channel. But I do listen to this To the Stars Academy podcast. Do I think Billy Jack Haynes was taken by aliens? No, I don't think he was taken by aliens. So yeah, interesting information. More and more information is being disclosed, and more information is coming out related to this task force in the coming days, as well as information related to off-world vehicles, not of this earth, materials that have been found. That's coming sometime probably in the next 100 days or so. So lots of interesting information about stuff that we have no control over, apparently. So it's a little frightening, but I find it interesting. I would like to know the origins of whatever this is. If it is enemy aircraft with technologies beyond our control, that's a little scary. Definitely. So I'll keep you updated. Have a great weekend, everybody.